Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Farah. Welcome back, and today we will be doing some sacred summoning, so we'll get to that in a moment. I know it's been a week, so let's look at the account first, and then I'll get into why I'm summoning my sacreds. So, I did 6-star Artak. I don't know if I showed that in the last video, or if I had done that the next day or that night or something. But I did 6-star him. No banners to work with yet, which is fine. The gear is still crap. Complete crap there. There is a... Jeez, raid. Oh, holy hell. There is a event going on, a Drop Fever event, for 3 times speed gear from Dragon. So I would definitely recommend farming a bunch of Dragon if you can do stage 13. Even stage 10 could get you some stuff, but really you want to be doing 13 because... realistically, the 4-star gear is going to be completely useless by the point that you can actually do this. And you really want to start getting some 6-star gear, or at least some pretty solid 5-star gear. So, I've been farming this mostly right now. Or today at least. And then, yeah, just before that, it was just doing a bunch of food farming. I've got still a bunch of these left to go. A bunch of stuff here to feed off and make 3 more 6-stars. And that's actually part of the reason I'm going to be doing some summoning. So you get rewarded for every time you do, or not every time, the first time you do each different main affinity, not void, just magic, spirit, and force. So that's that one there. And then fully upgrading a champion's skills. You can do this with an uncommon, or even a common, even a 1-star you could do this with, and it'll work just fine. You don't have to... feel like you have to buy books or anything to get this done. Like literally, I think I did this with like Shield Guard or something. I think he might be skilled out now. Or no, it wasn't him, it was Zephyr. Yeah, it was Zephyr Sniper. Very few skill ups there. But legitimately, like, if you're farming the same area over and over again, you could pick a 2-star. Probably not one that has that many skill ups. Alright, like this guy, Yeomon? I don't know. Wherever you get the 1-star fodder for him, you could actually just throw 4 of him into himself, and then it's good to go. It's kind of interesting. He attacks one enemy 3 times and has a 10% chance to increase or decrease the turn meter, 25% chance to decrease the enemy turn meter by 20%. Like, imagine if this was like 50%. Like, one of the best units for Fire Knight in the game would be a common champion. But anyway, yeah. Still just moving through on the challenges. But yeah, this is why I'm looking to summon the Sacred Shards, because I was thinking in my head, alright, I can save up to 15 of them. It'll take me a long time, really long time, to get 15 as a free-to-play. Or I can just pull 2 now, and at least have the potential to get an epic that could really, really help my account, or even a legendary, but... not a super high chance of that, but anyway, yeah. Because I've got the Spirit Champions, but a Force Champion is kind of a question mark. Like, I've got Rector Drath. I think I had another one that does an AoE decreased defense, which is kind of cool. There's another Sacred here. There's just not Sacreds. I mean, there's one more here, and then there's one from Nightmare Campaign, and that's 4. I don't know if there's any other place, really, to get these. Like the missions, you get one more here, so I could potentially save up to 5. I can guarantee to get to 5 Sacred Shards, and then at that point it's like it has to be an event, which you're extremely unlikely to finish an event, or yeah, it's just extremely unlikely you're going to finish an event where you would get a Sacred Shard. If you can, even I can't think of an event where you would get one. Maybe in this Deck of Fate there was one sitting around. This, you have to get the chest to potentially get this. It's not even in the pool to get a Sacred. It's never really in tournaments. We'll look at the Summon Rush again here too. Dungeon Divers, like, you're not getting this done. Well, I mean, you could. Actually, as a free-to-play, you could get this done. You could get this specific event done. I need to push as hard as I can to try to get this legendary book, actually. This one is doable. You can do this in campaign, or you can do this in, dungeons, like dragons. So like an event like this actually push as hard as you can to get this stuff done. I mean, a legendary book is absolutely massive as a free-to-play player. Can't really understate that. But the summoning rush, you have to come in here, and it's like you never get any summons back, which makes sense. Like I'm not even arguing that. Like, you know, as a summon rush, maybe you don't need to get summons back, but then the tiering is so high. You have to pull this is 8 sacred shards and 1 ancient and then 10 mystery shards. 8 sacred shards is not insane for someone that has the money to spend on the game. For someone that's free to play, you can get 5 right off the bat in the game. You know you have a guaranteed 5. The rest are coming from like Clan Boss. There's nowhere else I don't think you can get them. They don't just give them away. They give away legendary champions like every 9 months or something. They're not, or every 6 months. No, it might be more like every 6 months. They actually do give away a lot of champions. I mean, if you would know that better if you'd been playing the game since the beginning. Like, there's a lot of free stuff you get over time, but you have to play over time to see that kind of thing. So, yeah, the Soul Stones, I still haven't gotten anything for a unit that I actually use. I got a legendary. I'm pretty sure this guy's trash. I'm not sure, but anyway, we're gonna pop into here and do this. I'm going to keep saving these up because I can actually get Void Shards and Ancient Shards back more easily. Like in Clan Boss, I can get this I could get this every day, potentially. Extremely unlikely. There's a chart out there where you can see on easy mode, you can get a Ancient. On this mode, you can get a Void Shard, and then so on and so forth. Hard, obviously, you can get this stuff. Brutal, I don't think you can get Sacreds yet. Yep, can't even get Sacreds on Brutal. Nightmare, I think, is the first place. Yeah, so Nightmare right there, and you can't get it in the third chest here. You have to be able to get 39,166,000 damage. 39 million. That's my bad if I just heard that wrong. It's 39 million. I don't know if I said that right or not. And that's, you know, that takes time to get there on Nightmare. And then this one is 70 million for this Transcendence chest, and you have to get the top one. You have to be able to do 70 million, and that could take 2 keys or 3 keys or 4 keys even. So you can't even get them until Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare. So Sacreds are just extremely difficult to get for free-to-play players. I really wish they would put something else in the game. Maybe you can get them from Hydra. I don't think you can, though. I'm pretty sure you still can't get them from Hydra. So I'm just going to go for it here. I really like Martyr. These are solid 4 stars as well, but Martyr is really fantastic. But, you know, still extremely unlikely to get even the 4 stars at a 10 times chance. So let's just, let's just pop these open and see what we get here. Okay, I actually did get one of the 10 times right away. So he places a shield buff on himself and then places ally protection on all allies except this champion for 2 turns. Also heals this champion by 25% of their max HP and places a 30% reflect damage buff on them. Increases heal for each poison debuff on the enemy team. When he's attacked, has a 50% chance of placing a poison debuff on the attacker. Occurs once per hit. So if you're dealing with a multi-hitter, this can go off multiple times, is my understanding of the skill, because it occurs once per hit, not once per turn. So this could actually proc a lot. It really could proc a lot. This one attacks all enemies in places of provoke. The chance increases by 5% for each debuff on the enemy team. So you definitely want to have stuff, you know, debuffing with him, so that this stuff is just a higher chance. And then attacks one enemy has a 30% chance. Can be booked up to 40, but you maybe you put books into him. I think he works pretty well unbooked. I think he works fine unbooked from what I'm looking at. But yeah, he can decrease attack, so pretty good champion there actually. Oh, that's troll. That is troll. Wow. What can I do with can I? Oh, I can do this actually. Faction Guardians, Sacred Order, and this. I can actually get some HP that way. That is so troll, though. I mean, for 10% HP for just Sacred Order, I would have rather just had something new. I did pull my Prism Shard. I got a Shadowkin that's actually pretty decent too. Kind of does the same thing as the other ones. He does provoking and some buffing, right? Yeah, he does a skill 1 provoke, and he can do an AoE stun, which is cool. He does a strengthen and a shield. The shield is equal to 15% of the target's max HP, so it'd be cool if it was equal to just him. And they have to be below 50% HP to get the shield to begin with. But the strengthen buff is cool, and then this one heals this champion whenever an ally dies or an enemy dies. So definitely a very tanky unit. Maybe better for like Doom Tower, because he's got the stuns, he's got the strengthening and some provoking, and then when an ally dies or an enemy dies, like that would tend to make more sense there. So he could be good for that. Yeah, Deacon, that is really interesting. Can I put him in here and it'll still... Okay, it still has the effect. So at this point I'm left with 2 champions that actually make sense. I'll pull all 3 over here, and then we can look at them for getting a Force Affinity champion up. Rector Drath is actually fantastic. Revives and puts a perfect veil. Heals all allies and puts a perfect veil on allies with full HP. Places continuous heal on allies with less than 100% HP after the heal. And can decrease attack. I have a ton of champions that can decrease attack on the first skill now. And then she does stuff here, increases the resistance of allies under Veil or Perfect Veil, which is cool. And then extra resistance in Doom Tower, that's cool too. So she actually makes sense to potentially move up. Thylesia, when attacking enemies under decrease defense debuffs, has a 50% chance of placing a Hex debuff on them for 2 turns. So on this skill, she AoE attacks and places an AoE, obviously decreased defense. The really cool thing about this is that, well, obviously it's on a 3-turn cooldown if you book it, but it's a 100% chance. She doesn't require any books to get the AoE decreased defense. And then her second skill also is an AoE, increases the duration of all debuffs on all enemies, and that's an extra chance for her to get that Hex debuff on there. And then the first skill has a 50% chance of applying a debuff spread effect, taking 1 random debuff from the target and placing it on all enemies under Hex debuffs. So all enemies do have to be under the Hex debuff for this to work. Like, so let's say you're doing Spider and you had an AoE, or no, you had a single target HP burner. You could hit with the first skill potentially and spread the AoE, spread the HP burn to any Spiderling that has Hex on it. That's maybe not like the most sensical thing, because I literally have an Artok and a Tila, which both do AoE HP burns. Both of them extend AoE HP burns as well, which is also pretty interesting. He does an AoE decrease attack, she does an AoE leech and Hex as well. So they're doing a lot of work there already. So my thing with her is like, do I build her just because she's an attacker? Probably. I mean, she seems fantastic for her faction as well. Knight Reverence, I don't know if I think these are the only 2 I have, and like these 2 could do quite a lot of work in there. But yeah, it's sort of a question mark as to which one I put up. The other one was this guy, old Grunkus or Gruckus. Attacks all enemies and decreases attack and heal. Hits 1 enemy, decreases speed, also has a 40% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter. This seems to book up to 80%, if I'm doing that math right, and then this one books up to like 110%. Has a 60% chance. No, 100%, okay, yeah. This is 40, so it goes to a 100% chance there and an 80% chance there. And then this one hits 3 times and places a leech. Like, there's nothing he does that I don't have elsewhere already. So he does the the heal reduction, but there's other units I have that I can build that have a heal reduction, and the only place I would be concerned about that is like Fire Knight, and then I've got Panthera, even a rare void here that does reflect damage on herself, hits 2 times and does heal reduction, and then hits here and also can decrease turn meter. Like, it just would make more sense to do a 3-star, and then it's easy to skill her up as well with books. So yeah, wow, dude, Deacon. Why did I get another Deacon, man? Anyway, Taragi's cool. I was hoping for Volgoth though, but he's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm wondering where I would throw him in right away. Like, the poisons can do a lot. I really need the poisons for Dragon. I really need the poisons for Dragon because I don't have a Frozen Banshee yet. Well, actually, you know what? Let's just do these ones because it's like I need the extra chance to get a rare anyway. I don't even need like an epic unless it does a bunch of poisons. Bone Knight. This dude, I've pulled him on every account, and I don't know if I should use him or not. He's a question mark. It's amazing looking for a rare. You're looking for a rare champion to increase your account profoundly, like a Frozen Banshee, but yeah. Wonder if any of these do poisons. I just need a poisoner. That's all I need, man. I should really save this though. Like, the voids are a little bit harder to get. Like, I can get more of them, but the ancient shards I can get really very easily. So yeah. One moment here. Alright, so I just quickly did my dailies or whatever because I had a weekly thing resetting here, so we'll just pop back in and do one more. Just want Frozen Banshee, man. I just want to be able to do poisons. Like, I keep getting these giants, like, they don't do anything. Yeah, I don't... There's nothing in my kit. Unless I'm missing something. If you guys want to just take a look here, I'll just scroll through the units. I mean, there's like Outlaw Monk. I don't know how successful that's going to be in Dragons. I might have to just build him. I mean, straight up. I mean, I might just have to build him for poisons because early on you can't get the damage you need to just burst through. Dragons, you really need some poisons to help you out there. Yeah, he once again is just not doing probably anything I really desperately need. Not that he's bad. Like, I've got Grave Chill as well. Has a 40% chance of placing a 5% poison debuff for 1 turn. I could just turn these 2 skills off. Because this one, each hit places a 2.5% poison debuff for 2 turns. Places a 5% debuff instead if the target is under poison sensitivity. Obviously that would only work with Frozen Banshee, so I guess I could run her. It would almost make more sense to just run Outlaw Monk at that point though, because he's got more poisons. And he's doing it on a he's doing it on a 3-turn cooldown, and it's a 100% chance as long as he's got the accuracy. So Outlaw Monk might be here for the win. They don't do poisons. These don't do poisons either. This guy just seems useless. I'm ready to just toss him, honestly. I can't figure out what will work here. Just like, I've heard this guy's actually can be good later on in the game. Or he's good because of this. He's got an AoE attack on his first skill. Can be pretty good for Doom Tower. Yeah, I just don't, I don't know. It's kind of a cool ability there. There's a surprising number of rare units that actually do AoE damage. I'm actually considering building Life Taker as well, instead of maybe even Panthera. So Life Taker does hits 2 times and can place a 100% heal reduction on the first skill. This one attacks 3 times, and each hit has a 50% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 10%. And then the third hit has a chance to decrease speed as well. And then this places places a veil on this champion for 1 turn and a reflect damage thing. So She seems like she might actually be better than Panthera for Fire Knight, so maybe you guys have some thoughts there if you think Life Taker is good or if she's just maybe not great. Of course, Panthera is also Void Affinity, so she won't have any issues with getting crit on or having issues landing debuffs or anything. Just odd. It's a little weird. There's only one unit in the game, one rare unit in the entire game that you're like excited to get because it's great for dragons. Like there's other stuff here. Like this guy is pretty good. Apothecary's good. Kale's good. Kale can do a lot of poisons as well, but Frozen Banshee does more poisons than any other rare. Maybe does more than any other unit in the game. I mean, you have to. That's like single target over time. She might do the most. There's like legendaries that do a lot as well. There are legendaries like Bad Alkazir that do AoE. I think no, Zavia burns them, doesn't she? I think she sets them off. Theodore might do some. I know he sets them off as well. I know Dracomorph does a quadruple hitter, and each one can place a poison. There's just no unit here that I'm like, you know, ooh, fun. Like, it's just... I might 6-star Outlaw Monk, or at least take him to the 5-star level at this point, because he can get extra turns as well to cycle back through to this poison ability a ton. I think I might legitimately build him, like, actually for Clan Boss and Dragons. Like, he might be the guy. I don't want to 6-star him. I might need to for the stats, because he is an uncommon, but... Anyway, you guys tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see everybody next time.